But no, the girlfriend had to come along and stand here and smoke in the direction where her smoke was blowing to myself on my property. Nobody asked you to come here, fuck off. Like, am I crazy? That was disrespectful. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Now I'm dodging and she's trying to chat with me. First of all, take a shower, please. Just as I was saying a few hours ago, that people on TikTok and YouTube are always rated with the negative comments. If I see a lot of interaction or something more than just a like, it's probably something low vibration. I posted a video of when we were crawling up a rock formation in Aruba. This is a big deal for me because I'm in a place I've never been to before and I'm traveling. And if you know me, when I post things, it's of myself. I couldn't be bothered to waste time and pay for trips when I live 24/7, 365 by myself to post about other people. What the hell do you think I'm doing? So here comes, so it is in this video, we are all crawling in what looks like a cave in between the formation of the different huge boulders. So we're crawling. Obviously, if I'm filming in front of me and at myself, if there's other people, unless I'm the only one in front, if there's somebody else in front of me, you're going to see they're behind. So it so happened that they see a behind of somebody. It's a female wearing leggings that are spotted. One of the comments is, actually, I can't with these fucking people. They're so triggered, so they got me triggered over here. This is probably gonna, hold on. So one of the comments says, I thought you were following a spotted horse with no tail. First I thought, oh, I see what they mean because they're wearing gray leggings with black spots. I didn't think that she's as big as a horse because she's not. It's just a picture of somebody crawling up a thing, so they're bended over. But that's not of them. It's of me and the rocks in front of me, but they happen to be there. It's not even zoomed in on them because that's not what I'm doing. Okay, that's one comment. And then another person's like, remember when women used to support each other? So I replied, yes. I said right and didn't post these kinds of passive-aggressive comments on each other's timelines because I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of just downvoting and moving on, or not even downvoting and pretend like fuck you. And then another one posted a meme that I don't even understand, so I thought it's probably something negative. I was wondering why I have so many comments on TikTok. Like nobody cares about my post. I'll get a bunch of likes, but it ends there. People don't take time to type anything. Unless it's negative. And then another one comes and says, I can't even remember, something negative. Oh, at least she's outside doing something active. People are so defensive. Happy New Year, assholes. How about you touch grass? Talk about at least she's outside. So I wrote, who? Because at first, I didn't think that these people would be defensive because I'm not clued in on what they're talking about. So I thought, she's saying, at least I'm outside? I was like, what's happening? Why does it matter? What? And then I realized, oh, they think that I'm saying she's fat. So I typed this long-winded thing of, it seems like you all have misconstrued my video. This is me. And by the way, there's a caption on the video that has nothing to do with this lady's butt. So I was like, this is a video of me in Aruba, which is a big deal for me on my trip. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And if you think that I'm taking a dig on this girl, this is somebody I befriended during this trip. She's good people, and she is active and athletic as fuck. She even was working out every single day during this trip. She really was. She was working out every single day during this trip. I admire that in her. So, no, that is not that. Please, they can look at my videos. I'm an average person. I mean, between I, not really. But, like, literally, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, what the hell? And then I continued to say, you all are so triggered for no reason. You can fuck off with that. I'm really not in the mood. And then I realized, you're too pissed off. You triggered too. It's working, whatever negativity they're spewing. So I deleted my comment. And you tend to remember your why, isn't it? You tend to remember why you don't fit into it normally. And this is why. Because let them stoop. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked that this is the feedback that this is what everyone's focusing on. You all have been sitting there twiddling your thumbs for the whole year, not commenting, waiting for something that you're going to be defensive about. Fucking Happy New Year, man. Are they high? I feel like if I was going to be offended like that, I probably would have zoomed out and looked at the person's timeline. You look at my timeline, there's nothing that's dogging anybody. Like, no. I'm not even somebody who comments on other people's things, so you won't see me commenting on someone else's thing either. It's just me living my life, posting my little things there, getting a few likes here and there on TikTok, posting on YouTube, being shadow banned for 24 hours every other week, and getting literally 0 views on some of my videos. And it doesn't matter if you delete them and repost them or whatever, you're not going to get anything unless they're not going to expose those videos when they decide that in that 24 hours. I think it's 24 hours that they're shadow banning you. You won't know why. You won't know that you are shadow banned, but it's going to happen once in a while for me. And when it's not happening, then you get hundreds up to thousands of views, and then you'll get like 10 likes, and then the likes go down to maybe 8, which I think means a couple of losers downvoted it. So now it's lower the high number. But it's neither here nor there. I'm still living, still posting. Some people end up subscribing from looking at my shorts. Some people, I guess, will post something negative or passive-aggressive that so half the time I don't even understand what the fuck they're talking about. So I'll just hide them because I can't be bothered trying to figure out what the hell you are triggered about now. I got to be... On Instagram, they just don't interact, engage, which I would rather that. The rest of the time, you're just dealing with a bunch of losers. Like, fuck you. One of them has like 15,000 followers. Talk about remember when females supported. Fuck you, man. Go and deal with your 15,000 bots that you bought. Fuck off. So not in the mood. I just blocked all of those losers because I can't be asked. And because I don't really know what I'm doing on TikTok. And they put too many notifications, like... You should be able to delete a notification without the comment being deleted. And by deleting the notifications, it looks like the comments were deleted as well. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it means the things are hidden. I don't know anything. And I don't super duper care either. Because you know how these people are. Some people will see that and all of a sudden they'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. Even though they didn't see things that way. And all of a sudden they're flooding. So let them all fuck off as far as I'm concerned. Happy 2026 to me. And yeah, I had like 8 comments, and then all of a sudden I had 5, and then I refreshed and I had 2. So it must be something I did. Maybe I deleted them. Maybe I don't know. Oh well, I don't care. Not much. Let me go back to what I was doing. Actually, it's 10 to 3 in the afternoon of December 31, 2025, Wednesday. Hello and welcome to Public Brook. It's your host, Brook. Oh my gosh. I need to go to work quickly. Actually, I haven't gone there. I have worked for multiple hours, sitting on the phone, talking on eBay and packaging and actually getting into my vehicle and driving to the post office to try and drop off the big Crocs because they're already chunky, but these are also boots, so they're extra chunky because they couldn't fit in my mailbox. And I don't know why I would think that they would fit into the slot in the post office, but I thought they might. And they didn't. So I was like, And of course, the post office is closed. They closed at 12, and it was just after 12 when I got there. Then I came back to the house with the package. It was drizzling outside. That's why I wouldn't put it like by my mailbox. So I ended up doing that, and I was like, it was drizzling like on and off. So I was like, hopefully the truck gets here. If they're not also on a day off, who knows at this point. And I do live in a rural area, so yeah, they came within the hour. It didn't seem like it was raining, but who knows. And I used protective layers of protective stuff, and then I put paper on the outside, which it shouldn't affect the packaging. There's like multiple layers of protective stuff inside anyway. So yeah, they came, they saw, they conquered. Yeah, they took the package, and thank God. Hopefully, with my history of shoes of late, hopefully this goes according to plan. And I was just looking at cruises because it's New Year's Eve. Maybe they may have like some kind of a sweet deal for people who are available and ready to take care of that kind of thing, which there must be an upside. There's got to be an upside to this life, right? If I'm not out barbecuing with everybody and whatever, at least let me be getting deals on travels and other things that are important to me, travels for the future. When everyone is now back to grinding, I'll be out here gallivanting like, oh my God, I envy you. Well, guess what? I didn't envy you when you were enjoying your time over New Year's and stuff, but like, this is what happens. Every dog has its day. Every dogger. It sounds like I'm saying. I was going to say something and now I forgot. What the hell was I going to say? Yeah, I was looking at cruises. The price. There's last minute cruises for like 4 days from now and stuff. Like the 4th of January. Good deals. But I don't feel like going somewhere on the 4th of January because it'll also mean that I got to drop everything and plan that trip, and I have to book basically a last-minute flight. I'm not in the mood for doing that again. I just did that last month, a few weeks ago. So can we not be doing that right now? I just want like a relaxed type of deal where I book my cruise and then I book my flights in advance and plan like, hey, I'm going to be in Miami if I'm going to be cruising out of there. Which is highly likely. Hey, I'm going to be in Miami because I know a couple of people in Florida. Then, if they say, I've been hearing noises outside. Maybe let me get up off that thing. Maybe it's birds. There's been so many birds outside. It's just hordes and hordes. I don't know what. Oh! What is he? Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Don't tell me they're finally towing that freaking truck that's been sitting. Oh my gosh, please tell me I don't know. I mean, the proximity of where they're stopped and it's a flatbed. Wait a minute. This truck that I'm seeing here through my window, yes, because I am that person. Please don't think that I'm not going to peek through the window and see what the hell's going on. Took me about an hour, but here we go. I remember one day I took a couple of photos of a truck that was outside a girl that I know from town who works in the dump. So I went to dump my stuff, and then we talk about all kinds of things. Yes! This is thank you. Anyway, maybe today is such a roller coaster. I have things that have been happening super duper stressful. Not maybe necessarily because they're that stressful, but maybe because I am someone who feels my feelings very strongly. So it'll be that. And then something nice will happen, then I'll feel super duper excited again. So it's just like been feeling very roller coaster-y. Now, I went to the dump And I talked to that girl. We talk about all kinds of things when we do talk. I do appreciate her, actually. Was a rough start between she and I, but we're good. If I'm going to get along with anybody, it's going to be somebody who works in the dump. Give me a break. Really? Not even that person? No, I'm kidding. She has nothing. She's actually a lady who takes care of herself. Nails always did. The lashes always done. Makeup on. Like, so what if she's in the dump? She's in the office. And while we were talking, I said, oh my gosh, I just remembered. One day there was a truck outside your house, and I knew you were working. So I took a photo just in case something comes up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember seeing that truck. So here's the photo. I never looked at it since. And she said, oh, apparently somebody had reported her to the city or whatever for some neighborly stuff. We won't go into detail because it's not my story to tell. And now I think this truck here that I just heard making a noise, and I peeked through my windows that already don't have curtains because I washed them how many days ago and still haven't put them back up. But it's fine, we're chilling out here. This person, is it raining? Oh no, it's that truck. When you have such sharp hearing like I do, sometimes it's not a blessing and a curse, a blessing, but sometimes it's a curse. So this truck, I think it's that truck because I just looked at the name of the brand. I think it's that truck. And maybe somebody called the city on these guys. So near where I live, near where my house is, somebody's truck, and I think I was home because, I work from the house. I think I was home. Somebody was driving the truck and then got stuck. And I heard them trying to, and the tires were just dancing. I've experienced that. Try experiencing that with a fucking truck, an 18-wheeler truck. But not the whole 18 wheels, just the bobtail, the front part. Oh, baby. I don't miss any of my experiences trucking. Looking back at it from where I stand, I don't love any of it. And when I was doing it, I didn't hate it. It's crazy. Because normally when you look back at a certain experience, you look back at it fondly. And this is weird for me. Anyway, well, thank God, right, that this is how it is, that it wasn't horrible when I was doing it. So this happened so many months ago. And sometimes I would feel like, am I seeing a truck outside? Oh, it's that guy's truck. He doesn't live far, but he doesn't even live on our street. And it's stuck on our street. And I used to think, man, this is the ghettoest town. So now this thing's just going to sit there, and if they want to, they can be broken down somewhere else near that truck, and that truck will also be sitting there. And it just felt like this is so kind of annoying. People, there are people here who are squatters in empty houses who, it's just like that kind of thing. There seems to be a lot of that. And I'm standing by the window now, so I feel like I can hear the vibration of the acoustics being different. So that's why I'm talking like towards the window. I guess it's bouncing back. So this truck is towing that truck. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes. Thank you. I don't care if someone's going to pay a ticket for this. I don't imagine that company truck that's picking him up is doing it for free. Nope. Someone's going to get it. Not that long ago, my 2 travel mugs that had coffee and tea, either for early this morning when I woke up. This guy has multiple cars that he'd be working on them and whatevering and fixing his fan. When I first got here, he was fixing his fence for probably more than a year. Just every week, multiple days a week, working on his fence. All you're hearing after 10 p.m. And I'd like text my neighbor and be like, what the fuck, man? She'd say, he's been doing this for years. He's been doing this for years. I thought, dang. And apparently he would be done with it, and then there's crazy winds in this area would take place up to 50-something miles an hour. And his fence would fall, and then he would fix it again and again and again. So, I just remembered something. I just remembered that this very guy, because I was thinking, is he a nuisance to society? This very guy, who I don't have any personal problems with, but I'm not picking up that he's using a lot of spaces that don't belong to his property as his, and kind of messing them up in a way that's kind of bothersome to me. That's all I'm going to say. And he'll cut in between properties and whatever to go to his house, and sometimes that's via my street, and it's just like, and because you're driving on the curb and doing all this, just vroom, just super aggressive, like, can you not drive in your street like a normal person in front of your house? Like, what are we doing? So he does like aggressive shit like that. But you just try to live and let live. Now, I just remembered, speaking of the dump person. Oh, I was saying, like, this guy has multiple trucks and what. I don't know if he's a mechanic as well, but he has a full-time job, as far as I know. Like, I've had a conversation with him. He was like, he can actually, one day I was like, hey, like 3 years or so ago. Hi, hey. And then he turned around. I was like, can you come here, please? And he came. I said, can you open up my oil tank or whatever? Because I don't know if I didn't have the strength for it or whatever. And he helped me, and he said, no, you're welcome. You don't owe me anything. His, I guess his girlfriend decided to come along while he was doing that. All he did was go under the car that was already propped up and open the thing. But no, the girlfriend had to come along and stand here and smoke in the direction where her smoke was blowing to myself on my property. Nobody asked you to come here, fuck off. Like, am I crazy? That was disrespectful. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Now I'm dodging, and she's trying to chat with me. First of all, take a shower, please. Whatever. Whatever. I'm pretty sure that guy was kind of flirting with me too, so that was just like, all right. Sometimes you need a little bit of flirting vibes from somebody if they're helping you. If that makes them feel better, go ahead. As long as you're not doing anything like offensive to me and call me dear like that other guy. Anyway, so that happened. That was my interaction with him. And so to me personally, it's just like, hey, this was a helpful guy. He said, anytime you need anything, yeah, just holler at me. I don't holler at you. How? I never see you. All I just hear is vroom, 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 and all that. Now, not too long ago, if you want to hear about my town gossip, it's not a town. A few months ago, I'm minding my business. I think I had just come back from the first cruise. Just here, reacclimatizing with myself, blah, blah, blah. And I just hear yelling back and forth. I'm thinking, who could these two men be? There's a lot of females around where I live. There are a couple of men, but they're not loud. No, are they females? I think I'm closer to the females in proximity. I don't know. Kind of depends. So I'm like, who are these men yelling at each other? Like, who are these people that are so comfortable with each other that they're yelling at each other, who I'm not familiar with in this area? So I do what I do. I peek through the freaking window. I'm like, which part of the window am I going to peek through? When you live in it, I'm not even a nosy person in real life, but maybe I've become one, because you live in an area like this where there's never ever really anybody around. Like I said, I haven't had curtains on my windows for a few days, and I'm talking about the whole house. Well, both houses, including next door. Don't worry, don't come here. I'm putting them up today, so it's too late. But you're able to like do what you need to do without anybody seeing inside. I do have a feeling one of my neighbors, two of my neighbors have cameras faced at me, but that's neither here nor there. 1.5. So I heard the cussing. That was literally the day I had come back. The day I had gotten back, I think. Or maybe I came back from Vegas. I had just arrived from somewhere. And I peeked through the thing, like, what the hell am I hearing? And it was a guy I had never seen in my life before. I don't know people in this town. I've only lived here for 4 years. Give me a break. With a stick and yelling. talking about dogs and my children, dogs or whatever. And I didn't see who he was arguing with. And I thought, I mean, I don't ever want to end up being a witness to anything in this town. But for your own safety, because you never see people around, when you do see them, you want to know who you've seen. You know what I mean? Did I one day, not any time recently, when I first got here, somebody stopped literally in front of my mailbox. You're stopping in my house at this point. And I was like, hi, can I help you? Like, and I thought, oh my gosh, is this going to become my life now where I'm just like doing this? It's rural areas. What can I tell you? If you live in a rural area and all of a sudden a car you've never seen in your entire life stop in front of your house, how would you feel? Wouldn't you be like, can I help in any way? Those people just, apparently they live in my street, is what they said. And they said, no, we're fine. The car just won't drive longer than a little bit, so we have to keep stopping. So, they thought it'd be convenient to stop right in front of my house. Hey, whatever. At least they were nice and didn't shoot me. Now, I just peeked through and tried to memorize the person I was seeing, and that was it. I didn't know who he was fighting with. So I was like, he couldn't be fighting. It was in the proximity of the guy of the truck, of the stranded truck. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then when I bumped into my, what is it called? Dump lady, and we were chatting. Yeah, I had arrived from Vegas that day because, I don't know. I think so. I don't even know, though. I think so. Because I was still kind of, not jet lagged because I drove there and back. I didn't fly. You can fly to Vegas. Vegas is one of the nearest airports. So you would have to drive to LA and fly to whatever. So I had just arrived, but I needed to ship stuff, and I was going to be able to catch the mail truck. They hadn't picked up from the post office yet, but they had already passed my house. So I was trying to circumvent all of that, trying to intercept them. And I saw the mail. I saw the dump lady. I was like, oh my God, I never see you. I only see her at her job. I never see you. How are you? I was going to take my last 2025 trash out today. But I was like, what if, they had a half a day. Let's not take a chance. I'll go, I guess next week, because tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I guess I'll go on the 2nd, on Friday. So I go, so we're chatting in the middle of the street, and somehow, I don't know how it comes up that her son, who came and interrupted our conversation just to say something. And she was like, oh, he was just upset because somebody's dogs were wandering about and they almost beat his kids. I looked at her son. I was like, oh my God, you're the guy with the stick. And he was like, you were there? Because it was just him in the street. I was like, I heard the commotion and I peeked through to see like what is going on. He said, yeah, it's the guy over here. I said, oh, so I suspected that was him. He said, sometimes when I hear these stories from people and how much I know, it makes me feel like, how do I know all this when I'm just sitting in my house for it? Also, I'm not a bad listener. Like, people in these parts, or people in general, I'm learning, they'll tell you anything. They'll tell you anything, and they'll tell you as much as possible. So I was like, oh my gosh. She said, yeah, it was me, and we were fighting. I was going to beat the shit out of those dogs and my kids or whatever. And I saw one of the kids, cute kid too. And he said, no, but the other kids are even younger. And the dogs, I was like, oh my gosh. So the reason I'm telling you that story is, do you see the connection now? Ding, 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 ding. The fact that this is the same truck that a neighbor, I don't think it's this neighbor. Could you imagine it's actually this neighbor? Oh man, this is too much for my brain. on New Year's Day Eve. Let's just say it's a different neighbor, but they're all in the same vicinity. A neighbor, she had a beef with a neighbor, and the neighbor threw her under the bus by reporting her to the city for what she says had nothing to be reported about, but just to spite her. And this truck was sent. So now I'm like, did now the dump lady and her son decide, okay, maybe the dogs were released more times and they were like, F you, buddy, we're going to do the same thing. Because I don't know how people fight. Maybe they decided, or the son decided, or somebody in their group decided, we're going to send the city on you. There's got to be a way to catch you. And now they're having his truck towed. Who knows? It's not impossible, right? That could be. It's not improbable. I don't know. Too much of a coincidence. Wow. I mean, it's not me, though. I didn't call anybody on anybody. I just tried to mind my business. Actually, I haven't thought. I feel like there could be so many people that you could, this guy is taking way too long. He's still here. And he was already here for probably an hour. It felt like, because I kept hearing a little bit of noises. Sometimes, the birds, there's so many birds now flying everywhere. And they go on top of one roof specifically. I don't know if she feeds them or what. The other day I stopped her in front of her house. Look at me being hypocritical. And I literally, which is even worse, took out my camera and I took a photo. So it looked like I was in front of her house taking a photo of her house. But I was taking a photo of just the roof. Like I wouldn't take a photo of her house. Even if I did, I would crop it out. Like, you know what I mean? But I know that. But if she doesn't know it and she sees me, she might be threatened. Personally, we've had a couple of conversations. I don't have, beef with people in general, except on TikTok. In my regular life, I am somebody who really values peace and tranquility. I can't believe this freaking truck is finally... Wait. He's not one of the guys helping. No, I don't care. Just take this out of here, dude. I'm so glad in my peripheral view I don't have to keep seeing this truck. And it's white, so you can't even pretend that it's not there. I'm already half the time seeing things in the corner of my eyes like, wait, who did I just see? No, that person died 15 years ago in another continent. It can't be them. I hope it's not them. Wait, do I want to? Wait, wouldn't it be? And then I go down this weird rabbit hole. All right, let me go to work. Thanks, bye.